Looking to start your next home improvement project? Do It Center has everything you need from foundation to finish. Whether you're building, renovating, or just sprucing up, you'll find a wide selection of construction materials, lumber, tools, finishings, and of course, Do It Best quality paints. Perfect for every room. Now with 2 convenient locations on Goodwill Road and Cork Street, it's easy to shop in person or you can browse the full collection online at store.doitcenterdominica.com. Need delivery? They've got you covered. Do It Center offers island-wide delivery so your purchases reach you wherever you are. Visit them today and the friendly, knowledgeable staff will help bring your home improvement dreams to life. Do It Center Dominica, your partner in home improvement.
In life-threatening emergencies, every moment matters. When time is critical, you need the best care possible fast. That's why you need Massa Assist, your trusted partner in air medical transport. Equipped with a state-of-the-art technology and highly trained medical professionals, we're ready to respond when it matters most. Whether it's trauma care or critical medical attention needed miles away, our dedicated team is always ready for takeoff 24/7. If you or someone you love needs urgent medical transport, don't hesitate.
My husband got shot and we had to fly him out. And the price to fly him out, I don't think I'll be able to get that money. But thank God for Master.
Contact Massa Assist today on 275-6272 or 315-2264. Or visit our website at www.massaassist.com. Massa Assist. When seconds count, count on us.
You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny bote? Tell me ready. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny bote? Timon, Gaibel. Your mama still wrong. Gaibel. Don't message my phone. Gaibel. I don't want you. Gaibel. Jigsaw. Let's go. You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. Why you got in all that worry? Acting as though you don't want me. Yes, baby.
Maybe you think we need mustard?
Yes, baby.
Yes, baby.
I don't have ketchup, you know. You think we should take some?
Yes, baby.
If you tell me clean the house, yes, baby. If you tell me hush my mouth, yes, baby. If you say I cannot go, yes, baby. I will
I want 5 cases of malt, 2 cases of leg quarters, 3 cases of yellowtail wine. Give me plenty yellowtail wine. Half bag lentils,
yes,
half
baby.
bag. He's paying.
When I go to work, she lie down on the settee. When I come home, I give her all the money. Yes, baby. You don't need to stress. Take what you want and give me the rest. Yes, baby. Your cooking is the best, but I know you're tired. Why don't you take a rest?
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Oh my God, this is going to be a wonderful show. I already know this. What's going on here? Oh, it's going to be a wonderful show. I'm monitoring my monitor if you want. It's going to be a wonderful show. Good to be back for the final, final lady, the final, well, the queen of Queen's Quest. She's not a contestant. She's actually our reigning Miss Dominica 2024, Miss OECS 2025. Kyanna Dyer is going to be joining us. She's somebody that if you followed me a year ago, when I interviewed the contestants for Miss Dominica 2024, she was contestant number 6. And my system reminded me today that she was contestant number 6. However, she was one that definitely made an impact. She definitely left her mark on the show. People remembered her. And I think people went into the show kind of like almost like rooting for her because it was very obvious between she and Georgiana, I recall, really stood out. They really stood out to many of us. I recall, comments about her coming in after the show, how much they enjoyed her interview, and people really fell in love with her on that fateful night. And then she went on and she really mashed up the stage on the night of the Queen show. We saw her in her talent. Her talent was definitely one that we will remember on the bois bois. I remember her costume, which was it was I believe it was a jellyfish, right? It was a jellyfish. Or it's something that looked like a jellyfish. She'll correct me, but it was like it lit up from the bottom. It was just beautiful, and she really came out and did her thing and emerged the winner. And today she's back on the show because in just a few days she will be giving up the crown or passing the torch to another woman, another young woman who will carry on the title of Miss Dominica. And I should say the coveted title. I want to encourage you guys to share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. I want to say thank you very much to my sponsors on board with us here this evening. Thank you very, very much for your support. Thank you very much for your support during these past few weeks. Some of you came on board just for the series, the Queen's Quest series. Some of you have been here from the start. Some of you are here month to month. And I'm absolutely grateful for your support. Of course, this show is powered by Black Island Girl Multimedia. And I want to say thank you to Discover Dominica Authority, Dominica Festivals Committee. Thank you to Do It Center, Fresh Market Pharmacy, Cash and Carry, Best Price, Astafans, Caribe, Perseco. I want to also say thank you very much to Massa Assist and to all of the other sponsors who came on, whether they supported just for the day because they were supporting one specific young lady or they came in just for the season. I truly appreciate your support this evening. I want to welcome the folks who are coming on via those of you who are coming on Facebook, those of you who are on YouTube. Let me see the YouTubers. Let me see the YouTubers. Give me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Those of you who are on LinkedIn, good evening and welcome. I know a lot of folks are on the YouTube because the YouTube page has been growing, and I want to say thank you very much to those of you who've been joining via YouTube because, like I mentioned, a lot of my shows are going to be moved over to YouTube because Facebook is just giving me too much headache. And at some point in time, we have to diversify, right? So I'll be capturing a lot of my events on the YouTube page and a lot of the comments that come from the YouTube page. So I want to encourage you to go and follow, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course, it's pinned so that you know exactly where it's at. I want to welcome for the second time because it's not the first time. I mean, this is very odd because usually I tell people for the first time, I want to welcome you to the Jael Joseph Live Show, exclusive interviews. Make some noise and show some love to Miss Dominica 2024, Kyanna Dyer. Hi, Kyanna.
Hi, Jael.
How are you?
I'm good and you.
I love how you, Kyanna. Let me tell you straight off the bat, eh? Like you've grown on me in like the weirdest of ways. Like you're like a moss on stone.
Yeah.
Everywhere I see you, I want to film you because you have such energy, you have such vibes, you are such you always smiling. You know, even when you have your workout clothes and you buy fresh market, be- like you always seem like such a good time. Like you seem like a good
Yes,
time.
it's always a vibe. Always a vibe.
I've absolutely like I didn't know you from Adam until you came on last year on the show. But every single time I've seen you, and every time we've been in the same
Hmm.
environment, we meet. You
Yes.
know, it's always like you. I mean, I've captured you on video before. I've
Hmm.
captured you at events.
You're giving me best dress. Let's not
Oh,
forget
you
that.
got, girl, you got best because you are a vibe. Like you are hotel vibe. And if nobody didn't like you and they were vexed that you win Miss Dominica last year, let me tell you, you represented everywhere you were. Like if somebody had to say, "Okay, I'm coming to Dominica just because of Miss Dominica," I would believe them. I
Right.
would believe them because you are
Agreed.
a vibe and you'd be giving off. Dominica is clearly a vibe.
For
You
sure.
are definitely served well. I want to congratulate you on your recent crowning as Miss OACS 2025, and we'll get into that a little bit. But welcome to the show again. And I mean, your reign is coming to an end. How are you feeling? Getting ready to pass on the touch, the crown, the title.
For me, I think it's overwhelming. I think it's overwhelming. If you all have followed from the very beginning, you all would have known the famous cry on the stage. And I'm really trying my best to do all the crying before because I genuinely feel when it hits me on the stage that, okay, Kiana, it's done. Yo is over. Finally, I just might break down.
I
Honestly,
feel like you need an extra year, not sure. You want
yes, but OECS allowed me the extra year, so y'all can't get rid of me yet. Prepare to be sick of me.
I love it. It's like I'm not gonna reign as Miss Dominica, but I'm reigning as Miss
I'm
OCS.
here
I
again.
told you. So everywhere you see me, I have a crown on my head and two fashe kwashe.
That is it.
I love it. I love it. I know you're a very emotional person. You're just like a very adorable individual. Like I am so absolutely impressed. I don't know if I people might say you probably just cool with me because you know me. But every time I've seen you, you've so much energy, so much vibe, so much. Look, somebody saying she had more energy at the Miss OACS show. She's the real deal. Like everywhere, every time I hear people talk about you, it's like Miss Dominica is a vibe. Like how did you just decide to embody the vibe?
I mean, well, that's the personality here. And it's not because that you win a crown, you must lose your personality. And I think that's what people enjoyed most about my reign, the genuinity behind the whole Kiana, the Miss Dominica 2024.
Wow, you definitely served. You were serving.
Thank you.
Looking back at the moment when you were crowned, you of course we know what emotions and thoughts were running through your head when that crown was placed. First of all, take us to when it was down to the announcement. What were you thinking or feeling?
Okay, well, I will take you a little further back to backstage. Just before we came on stage, chaperones, just giving encouragement to their girls and so on. And their supporters support their different individuals, and we will say what we have to say regardless. So I heard someone made the comment that Um, don't worry, no. They choose their queen already. Don't worry. And I'm here looking at the other girls to see, okay, who is the queen that they chose already? I'm looking like facial reactions, completely oblivious of the facts. Not to say that I felt I had lost, but at that moment, I was just, okay, the show is done,
It
and
could be
let's see what
anybody.
happens. Coming to the stage, you get all the awards. But with pageantry, we know anything can happen. So you cannot necessarily believe you win unless you hear your name. So I'm here waiting for my name. We hear Georgiana, who was second runner up. Then we hear Nikes. This is me break. Jael asked me why I was breaking down. I have no reason why I was crying. I cannot tell you why. I cannot give an excuse or anything. It just came. It just came. And then they announced my name. And I remember being so excited and overjoyed with just my bouquet when Adisa came, hey, I need to put your crown now. I'm like, oh, the crown. I forgot that there was a crown because I didn't go into the pageant for the crown. I went for it for the experience and to obviously tick off my bucket list. And then there came the crown. I was like, oh yes, 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 yes. But it was just overjoyed. I was overjoyed, I must say.
Wow. What was it like, with the other girls after? Like,
No,
you
we're
know, like
cool.
I'll tell you, people always be like, we good friends, we all good. But then when obviously the person is crowned, things can shift. Did
Mhm.
things shift for you, or did things remain fairly
I
the
don't
same?
think it shift as drastically as one would expect. I mean, one is to win, one is to lose. But I knew majority of them before we went into the pageant. So our friendship had already started from there. So whether or not they did not want to speak to me, it would not have a choice because we were friends, and it's not even though I win or I lose. We are friends. I'm going to speak to you. You're my friend. You're my bomb tap. I mean, I did miss the first event. We decided to go to Sunrise, and I did miss that big event because I fell asleep. But I mean, I apologized and I let them know that, it's not because I didn't want to be here. They still called me and ensured that I was there with them. But it didn't change drastically for us. I honestly will say that.
That's wonderful. That's really good to know, because sometimes I just feel like, oh, those girls just putting on a show for us, telling us, oh, we're friends, we're friends, we're
Nah,
friends.
man, nah, man,
And
nah, man.
then backstage is like, you know, all the fangs come out, and
Nah.
you know, what would you say what has been the most rewarding part of being Miss Dominica?
Oh, wow. What would be my most rewarding parts? Pushing my platform.
Tell us about that.
Pushing my platform. It's been a year. It's been a very active, productive awareness year for me. Thank you to Cultural Division for assisting in pushing my platform, OECS Pull for allowing me to go to the different schools. And you'd be surprised how we say that our culture is being lost. But personally, from my experience, I just think it's not being encouraged. Because if I come and I say, let's learn the dance, because my first actual activity under my crown was a collaboration with the patriotic dancers from Granby. And although it may be a culturally inclined village, you still see the little hiccups where they miss this information or this information is not clear, so they don't really have necessarily an appreciation for it. But my year has been good. I've been everywhere. It has brought me as far as Colombia, and it has brought me as local as our preschools. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Everyone always asks, how was your reign? And if you know me, my answer is always active because I know some of y'all may have been fed up with me,
We were
but
sick of.
for sure. But I was living my best life and I enjoy pushing my culture and I enjoy dealing with youth. And that's just what my year was about under my crown.
Your opening outfit. The
I'll go razzle dazzle of a sense bands.
oh, your personality was just everywhere. Like Like if we didn't see it coming through your face, it was coming through your outfit.
Yes. I was very excited when I realized the theme was sensei. And I'm like, okay, how are we going to mix the theme? Because again, I'm not with Baba. Those who saw Baba know we were in full sensei. And that's my thing. Sensei on stilts, that's my thing for sure. And I'm like, okay, how do we incorporate the sensei? Thanks to Miss Lucia Lander for making my sensei pants, Belanoa for coming together with the outfit, my mommy for doing all the work because it was Belanoa, she and Belanoa who designed it and all these things. So I had to find a way to put the little culture in it. I mean, come on, what would carnival be without a little sensei?
Right, right. I cannot not ask, because with every reign has its challenges. Um, did you have any challenges throughout your reign, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Challenges throughout my reign. I think the challenges for me were just after I won, and a lot of things were being said about me. A lot of, but I'm open minded. A lot of things and opinions and rumors were being spread, and I feel that that was my biggest challenge because if I wasn't strong, if I didn't have the support of my team, my mommy, my family, DFC, I would have crumbled. I will say that it
We
was
can
a
be
lot.
vicious. We can be.
Yes,
I actually made a post about this today, about how vicious, and I say we because sometimes unknowingly you end up being part of it.
yes.
Like, and it's not even that you don't. It's not even that you say she this, but it's just the
It
that
could be
is,
just the face.
could just be the face, and the face is just, we can be so, I'm trying to figure out how to overcome that even within myself, because I try to not be vicious, but even sometimes, I do reviews, I do,
Yes,
and people take my review and they jail
and
vicious,
mm-hmm.
so it's like it becomes, it's like something that you carry on in different ways, and it's so sad when obviously everybody cannot win. There's going to be a winner, and there are going to be, unfortunately, we call them losers.
Because yeah,
But in your own self, like I feel like every single young lady should feel like they've won something. You've won new friendships, you've won new networks, you've won new opportunities, you've won, you may not just have just won the crown and the opportunity to serve as an ambassador for your country for a year, but we are so vicious. Like, how do you think, in your own words, like, how do you think we can overcome that? Like, what can we do?
well, I will share what I did. I'm a very open-minded person, in my humblest opinion. Um, I am open to experiencing new things, new opinions, criticism, and so on. What I did was I agreed with some of them. Totally agreed with certain criticisms that were out there because certain wrongs I may not have felt like I did my best. And for that, you just have to be open with it. You have to actually be in tune with yourself, be in tune with the reality of things, and you should be fine. You don't go ahead biting them or getting back at them. And I'm not saying this because I did have individuals who were very committed to getting back at anybody who said anything. But you, as a person, it can bring down your self esteem and it can hurt your confidence. But if you're open minded about it, if you think of it on a wider scale, you actually listen and try to understand where they're coming from, put yourself in their shoes, you should be just fine.
Wow, you're stronger than me. Let me tell you, I lived a life of pettiness before this life, where my tongue was loose and the words would flow.
Definitely.
And sometimes I just want to say,
For
like,
sure.
I just
Easily.
want to, but you have to,
Yeah.
and and remember that, you have an audience looking at you. You have people who look up to you. You have young people who consider you role models. You have
Mhm.
young little princesses who want to be the
Sure.
next queen, and they want you want them to say, "Oh my God, I want to be fun just like her."
Yes.
I want to carry myself just like her. And this is definitely what we saw. I mean, I know you had your moments, and you probably had them in your own private, behind closed
Yes.
doors,
Yes.
and you say all your. But when it came down to it, you definitely represented, right? And that not just in yourself, but you also represented Dominica at multiple regional pageants. I want you to share with me about your experience and how did each experience shape you as a queen or even as an individual?
So, as y'all may know, I represented Dominica in, well, three continent OECS pageants. The first being JC's, which was held in Antigua. JC's was iffy. I mean, I don't usually give my story about JC's, but JC's was a bit iffy on the stage.
You'll give me the exclusive because this is
I'll give you
exclusive.
the tips, yo. I'll give you the tips, yo.
Give me the
Don't you worry.
yes. Give me the yes.
So Jeffries was a bit iffy having practiced just a few hours on the stage and then having to come back, and it was a complete mess. Nothing has been changed, nothing was changed, nothing was added, subtracted. So I
When you
just,
say nothing, was it like
as
your
in, so my talent run got a bit messed up. The audio I couldn't hear, and apparently didn't go through to the audience either. We had practice the morning, and everything was fine. Everything was content. At about 3 a.m. in the morning, after their local Miss Teen show, and then come for the show at 8, something was wrong. So I just, anybody who knows Kyanna knows that, once it has passed already, it has passed. I just marked it as it was iffy, and I had to move on to my Navy show because my Navy show was about exactly a week apart. So I had no time to be sulky, no time to be down. We just had to push through. Come through with Nevis was a different vibe. I'm not sure if it was the different contestants. Some of the contestants actually came along with me from the JC show into the Navy show. I'm not sure it's because I was a little bit comfortable now that I've experienced what a regional show is on a queen show level. And I think it showed because I did immerse second runner up. And although we have our opinions that I should have gotten certain prizes and I was robbed of certain prizes, like we say, but I'm fine with that. You miss one, you take one. And then we have Miss OACS. We miss, now here we are. We've taken the crown at Miss OACS. So we mark Antigua as a bit iffy and we leave it there. Jesse's, we come to feel more energy. We learn our weak points. We strengthen our strong points. And then we come full force again in the next round.
fantastic? I mean, that's wonderful to hear. And it's wonderful to hear you talk about, like talk about it and be real about it because some
Yeah.
people were like, they follow me and they, like at the end of the day, things happen and sometimes, it might be deliberate, but sometimes it just happens,
Just happen.
right? And we cannot beat ourselves up about it. You just move on, dust yourself off, and you try again. You try again, and you've definitely done that. And leading up to the end of your reign, you built the momentum to winning, right? So you didn't place at the JC's International. You earned second runner up at Miss Caribbean Culture. How did you handle the different results? And what were some of the lessons that you learned?
Okay, the different results. Like I said, we marked it as iffy. So
Yes.
that's done. We're not even thinking about that as far as we're concerned. That didn't happen. Reality sense of point. For Nevis, for Miss Caribbean culture, I should say, I think I was more relaxed. I think I was definitely more relaxed. I knew what to expect. So Jesse's was kind of beam it as a trial run. I knew what to expect. And what I took from that is that you just have to keep it pushing. You keep it pushing, you keep it moving, you build on yourself, and you have fun. I think I had a lot more fun in No, I think I had a lot more fun in Caribbean culture that I did at JC's. Not because it was not encouraging, but maybe just the anxiety, subconscious anxiety of it. But I was definitely more relaxed in Caribbean culture, and it showed.
Well, you brought the crown at Miss OCS 2025, a crown that has not been in Dominica since 1999,
Yes.
and that was definitely a moment. What was that winning moment like for you?
I will say I felt the win, and I will tell you why. My experience during my journeys were not like the stories that you hear about pageantry. I always tell people I cannot share the same sentiment to other queens because my backstage is usually light, airy. I'm always, y'all know me, I like to laugh. I like to, so I even eat backstage. And a lot of things was very light for me. And in going to the OACS, it was very similar to Miss Dominica. And I try to wonder if it's because I'm home, so I'm immersed in everything, or if it's just because
You are
you
around
know
your
everything
people.
about it. Right. You understand the stage is familiar, the area is familiar. But I felt it, and even then, I still waited for my name because anything can happen. Regardless of getting half of the awards, three quarters of the awards, anything can happen. And the winning moment was proud for me. I always said the Miss Dominica crown was for my mom. I did not have my sister on my journey due to she being overseas and whatnot. So I went through my journey with my mommy and my team, my Kyanna Council, of course. And then with the late notice and everything and life changing for the different individuals, I did not have my counsel as much as I would have. So it was basically my mommy, my sister, and I. And I decided, okay, this crown is for my sister because this is the first pageant out of all my pageants. Well, yes, first pageant of all my queen pageants that she's there for. And I know Dominicans we were wanting a crown, we were needing a crown. And I think I would have been disappointed in myself if I did not give that to us. And I think that was my motivation for Miss Oasis. Regardless of the late notice, I needed to give Dominica that sense of pride because we've been boasting. Tia is coming on the rise. Now we have Kyanna. I needed to give Dominicans, my family, my team, that crown.
Wonderful, and congratulations again on that crown. I know I remember being backstage at Miss Teen, and they were talking about your win, and one of the things that they were saying that it was fair, it was so fairly judged. Although they've also commented about the fact that there were a lot more Dominican judges than we're accustomed to. However, everybody felt it was like it was fairly judged. It was a fairly judged pageant, which is obviously it's a breath of fresh air, because you might say, oh, because it have Dominicans on there, they might want to choose a Dominican. But not just you what you want, but the other persons and how they placed and what they received, they felt it was very fair. And I see more and more, some years say, but vole busala, but I see more and more, you know, consistency winning. You also see, people emerging because they're stronger, much stronger in rounds that
Mm-hmm.
hold obviously more weight. Because there are rounds like, question, the interview question that is a heavy, like if you screw up, you could have been at the top and drop all the way
All the way down.
instantly. And people don't understand that. And I think sometimes in the audience we just want our people to win,
Yes.
whoever we're supporting, and we don't realize that there's a criteria that is
Mm-hmm.
followed. And on Thursday, I feel I want to reiterate multiple times that there is a criteria, and that this criteria can make or break and it's important for the crowd to understand that. I mean, thank God we don't have days where people would throw things on the stage when they were upset and all of this happening, and thank God that people accept it when it happens. But the lashing out that happens after the fact, people become vicious and say all sorts of things. And I hope that we can just accept a loss and look at it as, how can we improve on ourselves, or what did we gain from ourselves. um Kiana, you spoke about the initiatives and you spoke briefly about the fact that your platform was what you focused on for the last year and how you could implement it and how you could promote youth involvement. You touched a little bit on, that the fact that you went to certain schools and you figured that it was not a matter of needing it, but more encouraging it, right? Can you share with us a little bit more details as to where did you attend, what did you do in the different initiatives you took on, what was that like over the last year?
Okay, so my very first school was actually Pierre Secondary School, and they asked me to come in for their career day. Too, I always say that was a lot of pressure because I myself had just left school, still trying to figure out my comforts in my own career. Yet I had to be that role models for aspiring young leaders and kind of like try to rope them in their career and how they can go through life and to select or be comfortable in a career path. So that was one of the initiatives that I always do. I've also went to several preschools. Anybody knows me, I love youth and I love children. So I've did literacy week at the Pioneer Primary School. I've done literacy week at the Treasures Preschool. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, and the St. Luke's Primary School. So all of these things for literacy week. I've also been identified as a role model, which is also a lot of pressure for me, but I take it as it comes as a social center adolescents where I went to speak to them in regards to quote unquote, like we would say, fighting their way through life. Because they're young people just trying to find a way, young people trying to make themselves in society, yet they see someone very close to their age thriving. So I went and I really gave them the raw breakdown of my career and of my journey to the throne. For schools, I've also did Flag Day, the cultural division, which was an absolute 10 out of 10 for me, where we did a Flag Day motorcade and we stopped at different schools to interact with them, to speak to them, to have fun with them for a little while. It was from along the West Coast, ended at Dubai.
Wow, I bet you was busy, you was booked and busy.
Listen, I told you it was active, very active.
Now you have the Miss OCS crown. How do you plan to expand and further develop your platform?
My platform for the OECS. I think I'm taking my platform to the OECS in a more regional, integrated way. I am the brand ambassador for the OECS PUL, which is the Program for Relevant Educational Advancement Learning. And considering I'm the ambassador for that, I want to genuinely collab with them, not also only to push the academic factor, but our cultural factor. I do plan to continue my works with the cultural division, basically doing my reign again, just under a new crown. I'm looking forward to that. And just preaching OECS integration. Because when we have OECS integration or OECS, we always hear about laws and different things that were put in place, but we never get the nitty gritties of it, like the free travel, the work, the healthcare, and so on and so forth. And considering that I have been through different regional pageants and I have gained regional friends, what better way to push OACS than through integration? Then we truly become a melting pot.
Yes, yes. There's so many things, to talk about where the OECS is concerned. Even like how we move through the various islands, how we migrate to the different islands that are part of the OECS, how we work there, and how easy it is to just land in St. Lucia and get a job tomorrow and start the day after,
Yes.
and so many of those things. So I look forward to hearing a lot more about that and during your reign. For Dominica, Kyanna, how can Dominica as a nation do more to integrate culture and arts into youth development?
For me, I think, well, for us, Dominica, everything starts within our schools. So, what I would suggest that we do is we always have in primary schools arts and craft. Why don't we just take a different outlook on arts? Why can't arts be learning our musical instruments, learning to play them, learning our different dances. Because that's really what my platform is about, youth in culture through the arts, which does not only limit to our dances and our music, but our cuisines, our will, giving high schoolers who do garment creation the freedom to modernize our national way and put their own modern twist to things. And I feel if we do that within our schools, then our traditions don't get lost because you need to start raw. You need to give them what it is that we came from for us to know where we are going. So we'll learn about our traditions and move with times, like we say. And we just put our modern twist to it without losing the true identity of Dominica.
Fantastic. That's really good to know. I know you've done or you've had incredible opportunities to promote Dominica internationally. You mentioned your trip to Colombia. That was with the Discover Dominica Authority and the Minister of Tourism. What
Yes.
was that experience like?
It was great. It was actually a conference that we attended, the Roots Aviation Conference, to promote Dominica as the perfect destination, as we know it is. And my experience was one of a kind, having, put in my little Spanish taught in high school to youth and just to experience what it's like outside, what the tourism is like outside, the different views that people have about Dominica. It's perfect. Like
Wow.
we are really seen as the nature isle of the Caribbean, and I was just so happy to have that opportunity to push our title further.
How do you think your presence there at an international tourism event contributes to Dominica's visibility and even branding?
For me, I think it would be our carnival. Because when you see a shiny crown, because I did go with my crown, you want to take a picture. And when you come to take a picture, you want to know why I'm here. When you want to know why I'm here, you want to know where I'm from and what it has to offer. So I feel me being there really brought awareness to our carnival. And as you know, our carnival is not just bacchanal, but it is culture. So then we now move to the conversation of culture, which allows us to promote our World Music Festival, our jazz and arts, and so on and so forth. So I think I was the drawing spectacle, if I do say so myself,
You were the icing.
for
They
sure.
brought you there. They brought you there as the icing on the cake. That's wonderful. Um, we know Carnival is in full effect. Full effect. Um, Activities are happening all around, Dominica. What would you say was probably some of the most memorable moments for so far from the Carnival celebrations? I know we're getting into high gear, like from
Yes.
tomorrow, first day to into the weekend. But so far, what are some of the things that you've been enjoying and that really will be etched in your mind, towards the end of your because it's towards the end of your reign.
I think it's the before and after. As you know, as contestants, we were at majority of the openings and so on. And now I'm here again at the opening, not as contestant number 6, not as a contestant, but as the winner. And I always tell people I enjoy my befores and my afters because my year before 2023 was not as the same as my 2024 and will not be the same as my 2025. And I think these memories will be edged because it makes you feel like you've gotten somewhere. It makes you feel like you've conquered. It makes you feel proud. It even empowers you to a certain because like I did that and I'm doing this now. And this is
Mhm.
where I was. This is where I am and look at where it's going. So all the different activities will definitely stay with me for my before and my after seeing my growth.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that for you. You definitely okay. So we've spoken about your pageant. I'm just trying to go get my thoughts because there's so many things going on in my head. Because you've said so many things that I want to talk about. But I don't want us to keep us here forever. I want to make sure that I get you to Bunyo in the streets
For sure.
as soon as possible because these are last moments that people want to see your presence. They want to
Yes.
see you in the place. So we definitely don't want to keep you too long. But we know a new queen will be crowned on Thursday. What are your thoughts on this year's contestants?
This year's contestants, they're a good bunch. I must say they already came promising. For us, I can say we had a little work to do, Although most of us were already seasoned in the pageantry, we still had a lot to do. But for this group, they came seasoned, they came ready, they came determined, they came with their zeal, and I feel it will be a very
It's
tight
in
show.
competition with tight.
It's going to be a tight show because where one may slip up, the other one may pick up. So you're always on your feet, you're always on edge. Where does it go? Who does it go to? So I feel it's gonna be a really good show, an enjoyable show. I mean, I've gotten a little insight to one or two things, privy to one or two things, and I feel that it's gonna be a little difficult. And I don't think pay-per-view is going to do it. So you would have to come in the park to feel the bass of the music, to see the contestants on the stage, to see the lights. I don't think pay-per-view will do it at all. I think in the physical park, Carnival City is where it's going to be at on Thursday.
Yeah, I can sense like, okay, so last year I kind of knew who would have been on top last year. I didn't pick anyone specifically. Like in my head, I was just like, these three are gonna be the top, and I was right on the money. And this year, I'm just like, oh my god, like it is just so. Like I was talking to my assistant today, and we were just like, he's like, who you think Jael is like? Is going to emerge winner, and I'm like, and I'm calling out names, and I'm like, it could be this person
But it
because
could be,
of this, but it could also be this person
yeah.
because of this, but it could also be this person because. But you see, this one, that one,
Mm-mm.
that look like they have something like
Yes, in their
in
back pockets.
like it could be anyone this
Mhm.
and it's going to be so tough, you know, selecting one this year. I mean, they really have to mess up on stage, you
For
know,
sure. Like
for
like
sure.
big time.
Right, right. So I mean, this is I'm looking forward to it. I want to talk a little bit about, the people who supported you. Obviously, you've had supporters, you've had people who've encouraged you. You mentioned your mom and so on, but we still have who's been the team, Kiana. Who's been there with you, some of your biggest supporters, and how did their encouragement keep you going throughout your journey?
Well, I will say that my team has added and subtracted over my original pageants. So I have Miss Lisano Dyer, who was my chaperone, my sister, Cassandra Dewhurst, Antoine Liverpool, Lydie Joseph, Miss Elmer Aaron, Kiwan Blah, who is my bestie. We have Malik Stewart, who assisted me in my Nevish journey. We have my original chaperone assigned to me by DFC, Miss Jessica Prudy. We have Princess Shah. And we have all those ones that I forgot. Please, guys, don't quote me. And then we have my costume builder, Ayo and Sharon. We have Juanita Juice and Miss Landa. Jill, if I had to continue, we would be here until tomorrow, same time. And I would say that even my speech coach, Miss Janita, because if y'all know me, I had a little fear for question and answer. It's was my fear round. And all these people encourage me because I I am stubborn. Those who know me personally, I know I can be stubborn. I know I can be harsh. My brother had to take patience, even though he was afraid. He too had to jump in and say, "Okay, mommy, I'll take the lead on this one." If my daddy had to come and say, "Okay, Sano, we all right, we good, she's okay." So all of these things, and not forgetting Ranger Man who assisted me in my talents, and all of these people just their patience, Jael, their patience, because it was not an easy feat to accomplish. It was not. My church community, the prayers, even though they saw me tired on a Sunday, they words of encouragement. The Black family who would scoop me up after practice and, okay, Kiana, let's do a movie night, because popcorn is my comfort food. So let's do a movie night for popcorn, just to get me settled and get me ready and get me headstrong. So I want to thank everybody who supported me, whether it be by a message, whether it be through physical contact, whether it be through prayers. I just want to say thank you because I do acknowledge it, and it was most definitely needed because I alone could not have done it.
Wow, I'm sure you got a lot of advice from them.
Yes.
and I want you to share what advice would you give to, because you were in their position, the five who are contesting for the Miss Dominica 2025. What advice would you give them just before they step on stage?
Just before you step on the stage, what is done is done. I think that's the best advice you can give any contestant before they step on the stage. What is done is done. You've put in the work, you've done the hard part of it. When you do it, you have fun. And if you are to turn left and you turn right, you better turn right with some sass. And what happens will get you where you have to be.
Wow, that is it, we smooth and easy.
Yes, just like that. That is it.
How about your successor? What advice would you give your successor
My
as she
successor.
steps into the role? Yes.
Follow in the passion. Follow your journey in the passion that you like. I know the girls, we have a platform, and that should be something that they're passionate about. Push that platform. Let your journey be surrounded about that platform because that is your time to do the awareness part of it. A platform is something that you feel needs a little more work, needs a little more awareness. Gear yourself in that straight path of your platform, and you'll enjoy it because that's what you love to do.
Right? That's right. Kiana, I could not have this show and not treat you like the other contestants that came before, because we got to do the rapid fire questions with you. I
That's fine.
think the rapid fire questions it's part of our Run the Track and Talk show. I brought it in during exclusive interviews just for the Queen's Quest, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do it with Kiana. We're
Let's
doing it
go.
with Kiana, and while we do this, I want to encourage folks to send their final love letters to you, their words of encouragement, their congratulatory notes, whatever they want to send to you. I'm giving them that opportunity now to do that. When we come back from the rapid fire, we would have known everything we need to know about Miss Dominica's reign in 2025, and we'll be able to say goodbye and open a new chapter to a new queen on Thursday. So you ready for the rapid fire questions?
Sure, let's go.
So you cannot think about it. The first
Okay.
thing that comes to mind. All
Okay.
right?
Okay.
What sums up, or what word sums up your reign as Miss Dominica?
Active.
What's the first thing you did after winning Miss OECS 2025?
I went for a drink.
Ah, your favorite performance or outfit you wore in a pageant?
Wow, my favorite performance or outfit that I wore in a pageant. My evening gowns.
Ooh, wish you have one in specifically?
No, actually, No, I don't. I actually don't.
Mm. Your favorite pageant you ever participated in?
CHS. Miss CHS 2019.
You thinking too
Sorry.
much. One thing you always do before stepping on stage.
I say you and I, God, let's go.
Mm. What's your go-to hype song before stepping on stage?
Reggae by Kevin Downswell. I am not afraid.
Okay. Sensei or Bwabwa?
Wee, Baba. Baba. Sensei on a Baba.
If you could have dinner with one historical figure in the Caribbean culture, who would it be?
Historical figure in a Caribbean culture. Historical figure. Oh no, Jael, that's a hard one. I can get a group of them. No, we can't do like a conference.
Give
Okay,
me a
it would
few.
have to be. I'm not sure if you consider him a historical figure, but I would say Rasmo.
Mm.
Yeah,
You see how you come up with one?
yeah.
You see how you come up with one? You've already told us your guilty pleasure snack, but tell us again.
Popcorn.
Heels or flats?
Heels always.
Favorite local dish?
Local dish, bullfoot soup.
Ah, pal. You're
Easily.
not playing now? You're not playing now? Morning person or night owl?
Night.
Definitely. What's the best advice you've ever received?
You were great.
If you could create a new segment for Miss Dominica, what would it be?
You remove question and answer.
You creating a new segment, not removing.
Okay, to create, what would I create? Create. If I had to create a segment for a pageant, what would it be? Talking about yourself.
So just stand up and just talk about yourself.
Yes, just do that. Because for you have your speech. Well, for some pageants, you have speech, and then you don't really know the contestants. If we don't do interviews like that, you don't know the contestants. How
Right.
do I know that what you say in your bio is really you? You come and you
Right.
tell me about yourself. You let me know. I need to see you being happy about what you're doing.
And some people just get hobbies like just over the
Yeah,
last
just
year.
random hobbies that they've never done in 13 years, but it sounds nice, so they put it. But no, tell me about your genuine self.
How you think we would execute that? We're going in depth now. Like
Okay.
how are we gonna execute that?
In an interview style, why not? You come, you sit, and you maybe put it
So
in,
you're
let's say
saying
we're having
you're pretty much saying
new.
change the interview question to something more communication like or conversational. Is that what you're
Yes,
asking for?
we can go that route. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know you want to remove it, but now you're saying talk more about yourself. I
Yeah,
think
because the interview round, you don't know what's coming. And on your bio, even though it's your bio, you still don't know what's coming. But
right.
if I'm just here and I'm sitting to you, so Kyanna, tell me about yourself. I tell you about me. I tell you about my work. I tell you about my career. I tell you about my education, what I love, my journeys, my difficulties, my challenges. I'm just rambling about myself for a solid minute. And then you get to know the contestant, you feel the stage, and you should be fine for the questions that you don't know.
I think they should ask that. The question I think that they should be asked is like pitch pitch to me what it would be. What would you do as Miss Dominica? Like convince me. A
Mm-hmm.
30-second pitch
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
of what you would do. So your elevator pitch and what would you do as an ambassador for Dominica for a year?
Yeah, I like that.
Like I
And
think
I'm now thinking about it
yes,
on a regional scale. You could maybe pitch
right,
your country. You could pitch a country that
right,
you're from. Yeah,
right,
I love that.
and
Look at
promote
you.
and
Look
promote
at
your
you.
country. They don't want like the amount of things ideas I have in my head. I
I
think
know.
honestly, the interview round, like you, they can like I just feel people just rehearse these things and they just come and they spit it out.
You would
And
think.
yes, you can
You
rehearse.
would
Yes, you
think.
can rehearse your pitch. You can rehearse your pitch, but I think your pitch has to convince somebody because you're not answering a
Mm-hmm.
question. You're now
Mm-hmm.
convincing a group of people, and the judges could be somebody in destination marketing,
Yeah.
somebody in, these could be the
Yeah.
people that are judging you now, and you now have to, because you're gonna be in. I mean, look at you. You went all the way to Colombia. You
Yes.
think if you were dry like a dry bakes, they would have brought you to Colombia,
No,
girl?
ma'am. No.
Vibe. So you're not looking just for beauty and intelligence. You're
Mm-hmm.
looking for somebody that can represent for the country. So yeah, we're on the same page. We would take it out, but we'd fix it.
For sure.
We'd fix it. We'd definitely fix it. Kiana, you've done wonderful. You've had an incredible reign. You've gone down as one of my favorite queens. My personal favorite queens. I have a few. Because your energy is there. You, like I say, you're the vibe. You made history for Dominica,
Thank you.
obviously taking us out from 1999 and bringing us into 2025. Um, any final words of gratitude or reflection before we close?
I think I'll have to do it in a group because, like I said, Jael, if I have to give gratitude, we'll be here tomorrow. Same time, no exaggeration. So I want to say thank you to everyone who personally assisted me. Thank you to the general public who was overwhelming with their support and their encouragement. There are random people who would meet me on the street and say, Kyanna, you're doing good, or you look tired, but push for congratulations. Just the congratulations alone was enough for me. Thank you to my church community, St. Alphonsus Parish, for being there and supporting me through prayers and really pushing me through when I was down and I was drifting away due to all the activities that they had us involved with. And I hope it continues, and I hope no animosity is built, and I hope any animosity that we may have, that it is squashed, because Miss OECS is Dominica's own, and Miss Dominica 2024, that what the title may stay, it's no longer. You may have a new queen, and I hope we can just continue to flourish and help our next Miss Dominica together.
And you're about to get sick of her for another year. I want to go to the comment section. A few folks want to say shout out. Lola is saying, whoever designed and made that outfit did an amazing job. Great team. I'm not sure which outfit. I think it might have been the OECS one. Your dress.
Yes, by Belle Noir.
Well, girl, the gods. Somebody says that's my girl. Judith Judd says that's my girl. Deserved her crown. Next is Miss World. Are you done with pageantry?
I always say that I'm done with pageantry, not because I want to, but because of the pressures of it. But I mean, anything is possible, and if
Good. She's like, if the
me to
price is right,
represent-
if the price is right, and it's a full, probably a trip around the world, I'm sure she'll take it on.
sure, we can work something out.
Aiken Darling says you seemed tired and drained for JC's, so we had the iffiness. It's no wonder that she was unsuccessful. However, she shone bright like a diamond for OECS. Energy for days. We needed that crown for real. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Rihanna is saying, where's Rihanna? Well, Rihanna, what happened? One of my favorite queens. So she agrees with me.
You.
Samaj, my darling, is saying, I'm loving you so much. Kyanna is such an amazing and positive person.
Thank you
So
so
just
much.
shouting you out. Diana Charge is saying, great job on the reign as Miss Dominica. Kyanna. Oh, I guess she know you. She know you
Yes,
like that.
my teacher.
All the
My
best
class
on
teacher.
the journey. Have fun.
Thank you, Miss.
Tamara is saying a promotional speech like the teenage pageant. I guess she was adding
Yes, the
something to
addition.
that. But Kyanna, it was wonderful having you on. It was wonderful to see you serve the last year. I definitely feel like you will be memorable. You left a print. There's some years I don't remember who the queen was, but I don't think I will forget who the 2024 queen was. Right? You definitely left your mark. You did the damn thing. You showed up and you showed out. You definitely left us loving you as our 2024 Miss Dominic. Any final words?
I want to say thank you, Jael, because it just dawned on me that you were my first interview as a contestant, and you'll be my last interview as Miss Dominica for my reign. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for having me here again and not forgetting me.
Of
And
course.
last words, prepare to be sick of me.
I love it. I absolutely love it, Kyanna. Go to Bouillon Day. Go have fun because we know we're going to see you down there.
For sure.
All right. All the best right there.
Thank you. See you.
Bye-bye. That was the lovely Kyanna Dyer, Miss Dominica 2024 and Miss OECS 2025. Such a wonderful individual. Let me tell you, when you meet her in person, she's life. She just life, man. And a wonderful personality, infectious smile. And she's very sweet. She's so sweet. She can make your teeth rot. That's how sweet she is. She's a sweet girl. And I really enjoyed, seeing her at various events that I attended. And, she just brought her presence with her. And that is something, you must admire about her and how she reigned the last year. I want to say thank you very much to all of you who tuned in. those of you who came on and showed love to Miss Dominica 2024, those of you who are going to be at the Windsor Park Stadium, Sports Stadium forecourt on February the 27th for the Miss Dominica pageant, the national pageant. Oh my God, it's going to be tough. Like, I have butterflies for these girls. Who do you think is going to win? Drop your name. Drop the name of who you think is going to walk away with the crown. Drop your name, right? With the one you think is going to win that crown on Thursday. It was wonderful having you guys for this Queen's Quest series. I enjoyed every single moment of it. I want to say thank you very much to all of the sponsors who made this possible. Without them, moi pas take AC. Ka fe ti sa? Moi pou fe l'argent. Oh. So I want to say thank you very much to Discover Dominica Authority and Dominica Festivals Community for allowing me to interview these ladies for 6 days. They gave me 6 days. Yes. Do It Center, Fresh Market Pharmacy. Make sure, guys, if you're feeling sick, check out Fresh Market. Let me tell you, that's my go-to place. Anytime I have a Fresh Market is seeing me. Cash and carry. Get all your wines. Make sure you stock up for the season. Best price. Check out Astafans. Astafans having the mop powder fest and all the different events that are happening. You have opportunities to win various things. Make sure if you have a drink this carnival and it's Caribe, you have to have in your hand. Make sure it's Caribe you have in your hand, right? Also, I want to say thank you very much to Master Assist. It was wonderful, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the last couple of days. I'll be back with you next week, sometime next week towards the end of the week. Stay tuned. I hope to have some folks on for leading up to International Women's Day, and I hope that you will engage with me again for these shows. I want to say thank you very much for your love, your support, and for continuously giving me your listening ear and your beautiful eyes. I truly appreciate it because you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you choose to be right here with me, and for that, I love you. Thank you very much to all those of you who support my journey in any way, shape, or form, my team, my family, my friends. Much love to you. Until next week, make sure, guys, Carnival is coming up in a couple of days. Be safe. If you're drinking, don't drive. If you're driving, don't drink. Make sure you are at the Queen Show on Thursday. Okay, I'll tell you where I'm going on this week, okay? So I'll be at Queen Show. Right after Queen Show, I'm going to Gopal, Carnival Gopal. Right after that, I'm going to Sunrise on Friday. Right after that, I'm going to Viva La Carnival on Saturday. Right after that, I'm going to Thousand Punch on Sunday. And right after that, I'm doing Mega Monday on Monday. That's my recap. That's my recap. So stay tuned. I will be giving you guys the reviews as they happen. I'm looking for a sponsor for my reviews. Who wants to sponsor my reviews, right? And I will see you guys next week or at the event. All right. See you guys. Much love. Bye-bye. Looking to start your next home improvement project? Do It Center has everything you need from foundation to finish. Whether you're building, renovating, or just sprucing up, you'll find a wide selection of construction materials, lumber, tools, finishings, and of course, Do It Best quality paints. Perfect for every room. Now with 2 convenient locations on Goodwill Road and Cork Street, it's easy to shop in person or you can browse the full collection online at store.doitcenterdominica.com. Need delivery? They've got you covered. Do It Center offers island-wide delivery so your purchases reach you wherever you are. Visit them today and the friendly, knowledgeable staff will help bring your home improvement dreams to life. Do It Center Dominica, your partner in home improvement.
Time is critical. You need the best care possible fast. That's why you need Massa Assist, your trusted partner in air medical transport. Equipped with state-of-the-art technology and highly trained medical professionals, we're ready to respond when it matters most. Whether it's trauma care or critical medical attention needed miles away, our dedicated team is always ready for takeoff 24/7. If you or someone you love needs urgent medical transport, don't hesitate.
My husband got shot and we had to fly him out. And the price to fly him out, I don't think I'll be able to get that money. But thank God for Master.
Contact Massa Assist today on 275-6272 or 315-2264. Or visit our website at www.massaassist.com. Massa Assist. When seconds count, count on us.
You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny bote? Tell me ready. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny bote? T1, Gaibel. Gaibel. Don't message my phone. Gaibel. I don't want you. Gaibel. Jigsaw. Let's go. You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. Why you got in all that worry? Acting as though you don't want me. Yes, baby.
Maybe you think we need mustard?
Yes, baby.
Yes, baby.
I don't have ketchup, you know. You think we should take some?
Yes, baby.
If you tell me clean the house, yes, baby. If you tell me hush my mouth, yes, baby. If you say I cannot go, yes, baby. I will
I want 5 cases of malt, 2 cases of leg quarters, 3 cases of yellowtail wine. Give me plenty yellowtail wine. Half bag lentils,
yes,
half
baby.
bag. He's paying.
When I go to work, she lie down on the settee. When I come home, I give her all the money. Yes, baby. You don't need to stress. Take what you want and give me the rest. Yes, baby. Your cooking is the best, but I know you're tired. Why don't you take a rest?
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.